Have you ever wondered what an aviation convention is like? Have you ever imagined what it's like to see thousands of model airplanes, aviation memorabilia, and like-minded enthusiasts? Have you ever wanted to be around aviation 24/7 for 3 days straight? Join me as today we're going to be putting all those desires to the test as we're going to be attending the largest aviation convention in the world, Airliners International. Welcome everybody to the Airliners International Day 1 vlog. Let's get into this. Before we dive into this jam-packed vlog, let's go into some brief history about Airliners International so that you guys know what this convention is all about. In 1977, Paul Collins, founder of the World Airliner Hobby Club, decided to have a get-together of fellow aviation enthusiasts. In July of that year, Collins arranged plans with a local hotel at the Cincinnati airport to have a 3-day aviation memorabilia convention. The turnout was rather impressive for a first-time convention as 60 people showed up to exchange aviation memorabilia items and spend time with fellow aviation enthusiasts. Little did they know that 50 years later, the gatherings taking place back then would turn into something even bigger. Over the last 50 years, Airliners International has grown to be the largest aviation convention in the entire world. Aviation enthusiasts from around the world gather in a city every summer in the United States to exchange aviation items, hang out with fellow enthusiasts, and do what they love. I will link below an excellent article on the history of Airliners International. Thank you to WAHS for their outstanding work. Be sure to check out their awesome website as well. But I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me talking, so let's get to the Hilton Rosemont Hotel for the 45th Airliners International Convention at Chicago O'Hare International Airport. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Let's do this. Let's get into this, everybody. I am so excited. On Thursday, June 23rd, 2022, I made my way from Tulsa International Airport to Chicago O'Hare International Airport for the Airliners International 2022 convention. I had an absolute blast experiencing United Airlines for the very first time making my way to Chicago. Be sure to stay on the lookout for the upcoming flying content from this trip in the coming months. The convention started at 12 p.m. and I was able to make my way over there by 2 p.m. I highly recommend getting to the convention city Wednesday night so you don't miss any time at the convention. Nevertheless, I was still very excited. I quickly went by the hotel to drop off my items, and I was on my way to the Hilton Rosemont Hotel by 1:45 p.m. Alrighty guys, so we're on the way over to the Hilton. It's a beautiful day in Chicago. It's like, I think 80. It feels great. Little breeze too, perfect. So currently on the way over to the convention as we speak. So obviously have all these details and everything. Got a couple of models here for a particular trade that was planned out in advance. So I wish I had a bag, but I'll just carry stuff till whatever. So when I arrived at the Hilton Rosemont Hotel, I was mind blown to say the least. I've never been to an aviation convention before, and I had no idea what to expect. When I walked inside the hotel for the first time, I was dumbfounded. Within 5 minutes of walking into the hotel, I was recognized by fellow aviation YouTubers JJ Skippy, RPG IV Scale Models, and Alpine Aviation. I was so excited to meet these guys. They were absolutely awesome. This was the beginning of an outstanding group of enthusiasts I got to spend my time with during Airliners International. Once we were established, it was time to get inside those convention rooms and see what this convention was all about. Let's get in there, everybody. Welcome everybody to the grand ballroom at the Hilton Rosemont Hotel. Oh my goodness, man. I was speechless when I got in here for the very first time. I just did not even know where to start. Man, we have a lot to dive into, so let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to apologize that I didn't get as much video footage from this day as I would have liked to. I just could not believe what I was seeing, so I apologize, but that will definitely be fixed in the coming days and next year, of course, as I'm going to be all over it, which I'm super excited about. But man, let's dive into this, guys. This was just absolutely incredible, and trust me, we have a bunch of detail to go through in this video and upcoming videos as well. But here we go with the grand ballroom. This is the mainstream room at the convention, which was super cool. I think there was about 100 vendors in here, that's just crazy to think about. But as you guys can tell, there is so much aviation memorabilia here. It was so hard to process. So as you guys can see in front of us, of course, we have some safety cards, a clock, some different things, some coasters, all kinds of fun stuff there. Then as you go down the table, we had some really cool thumbtacks for shirts, which were really cool, or whatever you want to call those. There were several of those, and we get better pictures. And trust me, we'll dive more into detail about each and every vendor. But just from this initial glance, we can just see how cool it is. As as you can see over there, there's some very nice bigger scale models, like some 1/100 stuff over there on the left. And then as you can see, it progresses. It's obviously a huge picture, and we'll go more into detail about everything in a moment. But you got some pictures in the back, and then you got some 1/200s, a really good stack over there in the middle, as you guys can see. And then over there in the far corner on the right, you can see DG Pilot's table, which is super cool. And then in the back over there, you can see Aero Classics table and a table for Airliners Distributing International, which is super cool. So, and even in the corner over there, there's a really cool poster. I think that may have been an American Airlines one, I'm not sure, but I got some better pictures of those. You can also see a really big sign in the back right there. That was a really cool area of timed tables for airlines back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. So, man, we have a lot of detail to dive into with these pictures, and I'm super excited for it. So this is just a nice big look at the grand ballroom. As you guys saw the format, there was a lot of tables. There was like, I think there was like 3 column rows, if that makes sense, but it was double-sided. So it was really cool to see how in-depth the tables were, and it was just so cool to see a format like that. Not to mention that there was vendors all the way around the perimeter of the room, which was super, super cool. So this is a great introduction picture to just show us what Airliners International is all about, and that is just super, super cool. The first picture that I had to take, and I think it kind of speaks for itself, honestly, is this absolutely loaded, and I think this is probably one of the best Gemini 200 collections I have ever seen in my entire life. This is absolutely incredible. I don't think we'll we'll probably come back around to this to dive into each and every model a little bit more in detail, but just a couple that catch my eye off the top of my head, and they kind of speak for themselves. The blue tag is the price tag, and just man, it was absolutely incredible. But from left to right, you got a Pan Am 727, Delta MD-80, Delta 727, Delta 757s of all kinds. Going through the next row, of course, you got some more Delta MD-80s, Delta Colors in Motion aircraft all around, some more modern aircraft, Delta 727, then some old Alaska planes, Pan Am stuff, some old Continental Airlines stuff. Progressing through the middle, of course, you got some really rare ones with more United Airlines aircraft. Eddie had A350-1000 there ruling the top, which was super, super cool. Throughout there, of course, more blue Tulip airplanes, and then the American MD-80s there in the middle. Man, I'm so bummed that I wasn't able to get in this year, but next year you're going to see me going for those. I'll talk about that more throughout these upcoming videos. You guys will find out more in detail, but as you guys can see through the back there, you got some really cool Delta Flight livery planes, and then it was just, man, this was a loaded table. I don't know if I just don't know how to express it any other way. This was such a cool table. I got to meet the guy. He was a very nice guy. He told me that he's been collecting for several years, and that obviously was present here. And man, it was just so cool to see all these Gemini 200s. I've never seen anything quite like this lineup before, but man, it was so cool. And man, it was one heck of a table, and everything was very reasonably priced too. If you look up any of these models on eBay, they go for probably not quite double the price, but definitely in the ballpark of probably another quarter added on to the price in some of these cases. So very reasonable prices, and man, this was such a cool table. I hope this guy makes it next year to Dallas. I would love to interact with him more, but that was a super cool table, and I think it kind of goes without saying how cool that was. That was absolutely awesome. Next in line, as you can see right here, this was a really cool big scale aircraft. This is Zork DC-930. This was really nice. As you can see, there was a nice vendor table here with some Darren aircraft, but also showing off this is Zork DC-9. That was also very nice, and I really like their livery. They've really grown on me, and I think I even got a couple timetables from them, so that was really cool. If not, I definitely plan to buy some models from them in the future, because I would really like to see that. In addition, you'll also find some hard body military aircraft. It looks like we got a B-2 over there, some F-22s, excuse me, that looks like, and I think there's an SR-71 under the nose right there. So that's a really nice lineup of aircraft, and those are really cool, and definitely something that I'm eyeing next time. It's really hard to find that compromise, guys, and you'll see throughout this video of finding how much to buy compared to how much not to buy. I think it's a very hard happy medium, but I'm sure you guys will see that going forward, how challenging it is. So very cool to see that nevertheless, and that was absolutely awesome. After that, we took it, I looked through a whole lot of other tables, and we get more detailed assessments and analysis of those in the upcoming pictures and video clips. But after that, there was another amazing room, especially for die-cast model aircraft, and that was the Davis Wright and Vega room. And this room was very, very good. It appeared to be that there was about somewhere in the ballpark of 30 vendors or so in this room, and there was a lot of really good stuff in here. So let's jump into some initial pictures from those. And it was really hard because I really want to stay in the ballroom, but we needed to get a full assessment of everything, as you guys may be able to tell. So that's why we started going all around and started looking at all kinds of rooms. So let's dive into this. So this first table was a really good table of 1 to 400 aircraft. Really nice table. There was so many good items here, as you guys can see, from various American Airlines mainline planes as you see in the corner, some JetBlue barcode Emerald 190s, a very rare plane right there, more to love Alaska. Then as you can see right there, you have literally every American plane in the fleet. I don't need to go over those. That was so cool. And then on the bottom here, because the Qatar 747-8i, really cool plane right there. Then scanning back through, of course, you got some Deltas, some ATIs, all kinds of really cool retro planes, which are very cool. And then of course you got some Northwest stuff, and then throughout the latter parts of the tables, of course, you got a PIA 777, which is really cool. The Qatar A340-600 is a legendary plane. What a unit, man. And then just back through the scale, you can see some different things. Air France 747 right there, very eye-catching. Etihad of sorts, I'm not sure which one that is, but man, that is a great looking 1 to 400 table. I did end up buying from this table, and we'll go into the detailed assessment of that here in just a moment, but that was a loaded table, man. There was so much, and I was just dumbfounded to see all those 1 to 400s, man. This was the 1 to 200 room from the ballroom, pretty much in 400 scale, and that was super cool to see. So very nice right there, and that was a really cool, very nice. And then of course right here, as you can see, we have some various memorabilia items. Kind of surprised I chose to take this picture first compared to some of the other pictures of some of the other events, but we'll obviously go into more detail about those here in just a moment. As you guys can see right here, we have some Jumbo Jet American Airlines die-cast toy planes, if you want to call them that. That was very cool. Definitely hope to see those back next year. I'd be very interested in getting one of those sometime. Very interesting. And again, what I chose to do, which I think works really well, especially for anybody's first invention and getting the groove of it going, I decided to do an initial scan of literally everything that was there, so I knew what was on my mind, especially because I wasn't looking to buy a ton, but I definitely was interested in some of the items, as we'll see throughout this video. So it was very hard to limit myself in that regard, because JJ Skippy in his video said it really well. Felt like a kid in the candy store. That would be an understatement for how I felt, and I think every first year enthusiast that was there. I mean, it was dumbfounding to just see all this aviation memorabilia outlined in one place. And as you guys will see, we'll go into more detail about each and every item here in just a moment, but man, it was so cool. So, and then you got some plane cards right there, which was really nice. There was some American Airlines ones, I think maybe like Eastern Airlines and different airlines like that, which is really cool. Then we had some different things cool. That TWA maintenance or marketing the vision book in the red right there, that was very cool. I hope somebody got that. That was a very neat item. That was really neat. And of course you got some different things, some brochures right there as well, some more cards down there. It looks like some timetables making it down there at the edge, and of course you have some glasses down there and different things too. So that was very nice. It was really cool to get to see all of that as well. This is another really nice a nice view of the ballroom. There's some more footage to come up on that, but this is kind of how it looked. This is about half the room. The other half is kind of sectored over there, but as you guys can see through the table right here, you got some playing cards right there, some more die-cast bigger aircraft. I was really interested in how much, I mean, it kind of probably should have been expected, but I was really interested to see all these bigger aircraft, which was quite interesting. I didn't expect to see quite that much of the bigger scale. Like, I don't know any of the brands or anything for this, so I don't know if these were like corporate made items or custom made or what the deal was, but it was so cool to get to see so many various ones there, and they definitely caught my eye, and most of them were really nice. As you can see right there, there's some really nice one. The American Electra looks really good. That Airliners 747, quite unique. So some really good planes right there as well. Looks like we got some posters there on the floor, and then some pictures right there. I don't know what the cases were. I'm sure there was something nice in those. I hope I have more pictures of that. I'm sure I do. You got some kit models down there. Those are more traditional for building, which is really cool. And down there at the edge of the table, you're gonna find some more die-cast aircraft. I think those were some 1 to 200, which is really nice. You also find over there in the middle, you had some different things. Some more. It looks like there's some JC wings over there on the far side, and then some in-flight 200s over there as well in the far side. So that was really nice. So yeah, guys, I apologize about that. Sorry, I didn't realize how long that took, but we have some video clips to dive into. Hope you guys enjoyed that initial assessment, and man, we have a ton to dive into, so let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm not in it, but like the one that's like, I don't know what's called. It's in.
Max is still here. Is that the original?
Yeah, that's the original Max.
Very tempting.
Yeah, price 65.
Hope they don't mind if I put inside seats. Sorry.
Oh yeah, my mom was the one who bought like last year at Phoenix. The big thing we got like 10 rows of airplane seats.
Yeah, there we go. Do we want to go to Andrew first for Alpine?
I didn't actually check her RJ. I should really check.
Yes, of course.
So where's Andy?
Okay, Andrew's going to be over here on the right. He's down there about halfway. I'll bring you to him. Down this road down here. Not road, but alley. Yes, dude. They're working, man. They're working, aren't they?
Man, as you guys can tell, I've been having an absolute blast so far, and man, it's just so cool to relive this experience with you guys editing this video. I've had so much fun doing it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching so far, but we still have a bunch to dive into, so let's get into it, guys. We have a lot going on. So as you guys can see right here, here we go with the Aero Classics table. As you guys heard, I was talking about Andrew. He's the owner of Aero Classics. He's on the DAC and all that fun stuff, so feel free to go interact with him. He's a really nice guy. No matter what kind of models Aero Classics are making, I'm definitely going to be supporting them, and I really appreciate their efforts because I think they do a good job, and no matter what the situation may be, I really appreciate it. So we're taking it over to the Aero Classics table that he had, excuse me, and as you guys can tell, there was a ton of great planes here. As you can see, going from left to right again, you can see some various international planes over there. He had some really cool 737s like the American right there, you can kind of see, in all those fun ones, and then kind of progressing into the middle, you had a Continental 762, a Delta 762, which was so cool. The Blue Tube 757s up there in the back too, which was absolutely awesome. And then we have some really unique ones like the Vickers Discount aircraft and the Alaska. I believe that's a DC-6 or Electra or something like that. It's a retro plane. I'm trying to get better, but there's 4 propellers on there, so I think it's something else. It's definitely something else. I'll say that. Won't talk where I don't know. And then as you guys can tell, this was a really good table. So really nice to see that, and it was an absolute blast. I also want to mention during this time of the convention, Steve Models from Instagram also made an appearance, and it was really great to get to interact with him. So thank you so much. And also to everybody that I didn't end up getting contact information with that I interacted with. Thank you guys so much for interacting with me. I really appreciate all the time that you guys took to do that, because I know I talked to several people for 10 to 15 minutes at least. So I know there's a lot of convention going on, and I want to thank you so much if you're watching this video. Feel free to comment in the comment section below, and we can try to get a comment thread going, because I'd love to give you guys all some recognition, because you guys very much deserve that, and I just can't thank you guys enough. So we have a ton of great video clips to come up. I hope you guys are ready for them, and let's get into those. That's all right. You can leave that in if you want to. Everybody knows what I look like. I'm good with it. That's all right. Hey, what's up? Do whatever you need to do, JJ. Do whatever you need to do. Keep going. Very nice. This will be last day stuff. I'll do models today and tomorrow, and then memorabilia last. Outside there was a couple of glasses I really liked and different things, so log in. I felt that. I felt that last night.
So did you guys all fly here?
I did. I flew in this morning. Asiana. In flight. SU 210. Spawning.
Tempted on an Allegiant A320. Yeah, there's.
Oh my goodness, everybody. As you guys can see right here at ADI's table, we have the Gemini 200, 1:200 scale, American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-80. Take a look at this beauty. Wow, man, this thing is so cool. Take a look at how nice it looks. They have the insert to where you can get your fingers in there to get the model out. That is just so cool, man. Take a look at this. Man, I really wanted this, and this was so hard to pass up on the initial scan, because I was going around to see everything before I started buying, and this is something I really wanted from the get-go. So man, it was crazy to get to think about this, but man, it was so cool to see. So definitely be sure to stay on the lookout to see if I end up getting this aircraft, because man, it was something I really wanted, and I'm eager to see if I end up getting it, and I hope you guys are too. So this was very nice. We got several video clips to go into too, and I just was having such a blast talking and looking at these models and looking at all the aviation memorabilia. It was so cool. So why don't we dive back into it and see what all is going on? Here we go. Yes, we can do a little, what's the way to put it? Like an actual vlog type thing if you guys want to be in it.
I got a couple prepared, so I saved up in my bank account and said, don't touch. Save for
And you did, and you spent it all.
And I've spent a good portion.
Almost all of it. That's the Singapore Fantasy Wings ground service equipment.
Fantasy Wings makes
Blue Tulip 767-300 with no winglets, ER. Alrighty, everybody, and here we go over to the DG pilot table. I spent a lot of my time over here, and for valid reasons, as man, this was an absolute blast. So as you guys may or may not know, DG Pilot is a phenomenal model airplane retailer in the United States. They are based out of St. Paul, Minnesota, and Minneapolis, which is super cool. And man, it was so cool to get get to see DG Pilot. So I've ordered from this store before, and it was a very surreal feeling to see a store that I've ordered from with a storefront, not a storefront, excuse me, but a table, a vendor at Airliners International, man. It was so cool, and I was fortunate enough to get to meet the owner behind DG Pilot. His name is Donnie. Absolutely awesome guy. Donnie, if you're watching this, I just want to give a huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for taking so much time to talk with me. I think I ended up talking with Donnie for probably about an hour or two cumulatively, and it was so fun to get to talk to Donnie about so many miscellaneous things. Well, the good news is that we have a video clip of him saying hi to the vlog coming up in one of the upcoming videos, so definitely be sure to stay on the lookout for but man, this was an absolutely awesome table, and it was so cool to get to talk over here. It was an absolute blast. As you guys can see in this picture right here, we have a ton of various models from their store. Again, highly recommend buying from them. They are absolutely incredible. But you got some Geminis, then you got some NGs and some Phoenixes, so some really cool ones indeed. And man, I just was absolutely enjoying it. It was so nice. I also ended up buying the aircraft maintenance Strata folder when I was over here as well to support DG Pilot, and I've always wanted that, as you guys saw in the haul videos. So that is super cool, and we have a video clip coming up with various others. So huge shout out to DG Pilot. Thank you guys so much for your hard work. It does not go unnoticed. The customer service, dedication, just everything that makes the DG Pilot buying experience so good is absolutely incredible, and I highly recommend DG Pilot. But we have some more video clips to dive into, so let's get into those.
That is
Let us get some
beautiful.
footage of that. That's right. There it is on board. Very nice. 777 Alliance.
How much is this guy for? Do you know? Or
I'm sorry. I'm here tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have the Pan Am Worldport Airport.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes. Very excited. Yes. The American CR7. I like those jet bridges. Why you see those jet bridges?
Oh yeah, those look 3D printed.
That's
right.
Edmonton has like 5.
Oh, are they
What are
pretty
you
good?
looking for, the 550?
No.
I was looking for a 1/400.
Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah, dude, that's right into the scale, dude.
Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was.
Oh yeah, me.
That one's
I'm
pretty good.
guessing that.
All right, I think I got some more money right here. The Lufthansa.
Alrighty, everybody, here we go into another vendor table. As you guys can tell, this one was very cool. This is more of those thumbtacks. I don't know what the proper name for them are, so if anybody has a proper name, feel free to comment. I would appreciate it. But as you can tell, there's various airlines and aircraft here, so there were some really cool ones. Of course, you got some old American ones over there on the left, some AirTran. It looks like we got maybe some Easterns on there too, Copa Airlines. I mean, there were some really cool ones, some Deltas and some 747s. So that was a really cool lineup. And then there in the middle, as you can see, we got some Envoy ones and some DC 3 and 6 aircraft and different things. Looks like we have some just all kinds of airlines. There's a Pan Am there, so all around the world this is a really cool table. And then as you can see over there on the right, we got some TWA, some Electras and different things, United, so alphabetically ordered. Really nice. Then over there on the right you can see some Tels, which are really cool. And then down on the bottom you guys can also see we got some Pan Am stickers. We got some more I don't know, I guess you can call them wings, but I think there's probably more proper name for them. So nevertheless, this was a very cool table, and I really hope next year to come back to this table and see if I can acquire some more awesome items, because I would really like to get some more of these, and they look really cool. So very nice table that was right there. Following that, this was just really interesting. I don't know why this was at the convention whatsoever, but you guys know where I'm from. I could not help but notice both these Oklahoma University and Oklahoma State University signs right here, which is very interesting. And then in addition, there was some random things like the Florida Seminoles and Citizens Bank Park. So I don't know why these are here, but they were very interesting. I don't know why you would find these at an airplane convention, but nevertheless, it was very neat to see these. And I don't think I've ever seen something quite like this out of place, but it was still just so weird that it was... out of all people, I was there to notice that. So very interesting for sure, and I probably could have picked it up, but they'll probably make it there next year hopefully. And so you'll definitely see me coming home with those with more experience and knowing how to manage money and all that fun stuff. And the next thing was really cool to see my first ever flaps down aircraft in person. One thing that you'll see, especially through the coming days, is that we did a lot more looking than spending, but it was so cool to just see these models and get pictures of them and all that fun stuff. So here's a Western Global 747-400 by Gemini Jets, and this is the flaps down aircraft. I was really surprised with how detailed these were. I knew that they looked cool online, but it was something else to get to see it up close and personal, and just to see how detailed the flaps are and everything. This picture really illustrates it well. well, and you can kind of see it. I hope they're able to make it retractable one day, but for now, this is really, really cool. So I can't complain. This is very nice, and maybe it is better to have it streamed like this, so that it doesn't, like, you know, get janky on anybody. If they went up and down, they could potentially get janky, excuse me. But really, really cool stuff right here, and this is very nice. So as per usual, some more video clips to go into, some really, really good ones. So let's get into those.
Okay, do we want to go to the right room? There was a lot of Geminis in
I
there.
think eventually I'm going to sell my Aeroclassics Max 8 because I have so many selfies with the right colors.
Yeah,
that it looks weird to
I
have it.
agree. I agree.
Now my Frontiers, it'll fit right in. I don't care. Frontiers,
Steve's still assessing the situation. He's seen a lot happen with Steve. Steve's seen a lot, man. There's some good postcards. We'll have to come back to that. This is my plan. I think day 1 and 2 is going to be mainly models, and day 3 will be memorabilia.
48th year.
Dallas next year. You ready?
You guys never knew this even like was this big.
No, I just saw you guys in Phoenix, and I was like, this would be kind of cool to attend. This is a must attend. It ain't just cool, it's a
We
must.
shipped over in a semi-truck. Basically an airplane.
Alrighty, everybody, so here we go back into the right room. Like I said earlier, there was so many model aircraft in this room, and it was definitely hard to not, I don't know how to word this. It was very challenging because I wanted to be in the ballroom, but I wanted to be in the right room, and then there were some other great rooms too, so it was very hard to divvy the time, but I thought we did a pretty good job of that. So nevertheless, here we go with the big picture view. This is a much better shot than the previous one of what the room looks like. There's another couple of tables on the other side of this picture, but this is a nice broad look at it. As you guys can tell, there's a lot of great stuff. Some Aeroclassics right there in front of us. Then we had some Geminis over there and those cardboard boxes to also go along with that. You have some more Geminis, NG Phoenix, some JC Wings over there in that middle table. And you have Hobby Jets down there, which is really cool. They have a nice website, so it was great to get to see them there. That was really, really cool. And then some different things like that poster right there, a couple more timetables, it looks like, some really cool bags, and then some captain hats and all kinds of fun stuff. So that was really cool. Also nice to see that tie 777 right there that guy was holding on the right side. Very nice. So really, really cool to see that, and that was very, very nice to say the least. Next up right here, you're going to find the table for funny airplane models. It was very nice to get to meet them and get to see what they were all about. They have a really nice website, and I bought the Northwest Series J200 from them, which was really cool. But as you guys can tell, very nice, easy to see what the prices were and everything. So it was really cool to get to see them here. They did a really good job with their table and had a lot of great planes. So as you guys can see, very nice. And hopefully I come back to buy something at this table in the next couple days. So definitely be on the lookout for it because it was very, very nice. Sorry about that. Into our next table we go. As you guys can see right here, we had a beautiful table as we are revisiting this 1-400 assortment. I don't even know what you want to call this. A full-on plethora, to say the least. This is a similar angle, so I apologize about that. Luckily, I do get better angles than this, but man, just take a look at all of these, man. There was so many good ones. All of those Americans, man, the Eva Air, Malaysia, This was an elite table, and any 1-400 collector would have been able to find an amazing plane from here, just like I did, and I'll be sure to share that with you guys momentarily. Very, very nice. Next in right here, you can see the American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in the One World livery, in the 1-200 scale. As you guys can see, this aircraft is absolutely beautiful, and just take a look at those details, man. So, so nice. From the nose cone right there to the GE90s, the landing gears, man, these 777s in 1-200 scale are so cool, and man, it was so cool to get to admire this. What an absolute unit right here at this table, man. There was some great 1-200s over here as well to go along with the 1-400s, and as you guys can tell, it was absolutely amazing. Here is the old livery One World 777. This thing was so pretty. I did not want to take it all the way out because I didn't want to, obviously, even a risk getting a fingerprint or anything on this aircraft, but man, look at how nice that aircraft is. Just take a look at how beautiful it is, from the polish to the One World titles to the wings. Very, very nice model from Gemini Jets, and I'm so glad they made it, man. I hope to get this aircraft one day soon. Just take a look at that, man. That was absolutely incredible. Take a look. That is super, super nice. Next in line right here, we have the American Airlines Airbus A319 with Sharklets. This is definitely another one that I really hope to pick up one day, so stay tuned to see if I do end up getting any of these aircraft. But man, what a unit this is right here. Just take a look at the detail right there, the beautiful livery. They did a really good job on the color on this aircraft in the 1-200 scale, and it looks super, super nice. So well done right here by Gemini 200, and it was so cool to get to assess test all these models. It was very, very nice. As you guys can see right here, we have another angle that was kind of similar to the previous one, but kind of shows the background and what that kind of looked like. As you guys can see, multiple doors throughout there, which is really nice. There's a nice one, the 400 stack over there on that far table, then into the middle table. There's a better look at those, and then some more aircraft down the line right there. We get better footage of that in the upcoming days, so definitely be sure to stay on the lookout for it, because it was really nice, and I promise next year I will have this all figured out. So again, apologies there, but we still did really good in my opinion, so I was very happy with that. Last but certainly not least, as you guys can see right here, oh man, this was an incredible table right here. As you guys can see, we have multiple regional jets, but mainly American Eagle and Delta Connection Bombardier CRJ-900s. It was so crazy to get to see this many in one. I was curious, and I asked the guy how his what was I going for here? I'm sorry. I asked him how he was doing on the sales for it, because he was selling the American Delta CRJ-900, and it was really cool to get to see that he brought this box out, that he was prepared, which was really cool. And this is the box he showed me, so that was really cool. And he was most certainly ready to sell those aircraft, and he did a good job. So that was very, very nice and very enjoyable, as you guys can see right there. So really, really nice. Back into some more video clips, as we have a bunch of good stuff. So let's dive into it. And here's the NG Models 1 to 200 scale US Airways Express Bombardier CRJ-200 in the final livery. Take a look at how beautiful this aircraft is, from the tail section to the fuselage to the engines. Just such a nice model. I've never got to see an NG Models CRJ-200 1 to 200 scale before, and it was really cool to get to see this aircraft. I really hope to get an NG Models 1 to 200 CRJ-200 sometime, because man, these are super, super nice. Just take a look at that. So really, really nice to see that right there. We do have a few more minutes before the convention closes on this day, so what we ended up doing is going back to the grand ballroom, so let's go over there. But first and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out, because I forgot to do it previously, so I apologize, but to I don't want to botch it, so I'm going to spell it out for you guys. CHEWP77W on Instagram, also known as Roy. It was awesome to get to meet him at the convention. It was an absolute blast. Super nice guy. Thank you so much for your kindness, sir. I really appreciate it. And definitely go check him out on Instagram. Top-notch photography, excuse me. That was kind of a tongue twister. Really, really appreciate his work, and man, he's got so many good captures over the years. So be sure to check him out. Really, really appreciated. But we have back to the ballroom. We have a lot going on there, and I will leave all my final thoughts of this day for the end, because I don't want to ramble on too much longer in this section. So let's take it back over to the grand ballroom.
I think I'm going to start focusing on building my channel back up.
I think you should,
I
man.
kinda
I
just
had
let
really
it
good
go.
content, yes. Well, it's so much fun. That's why I'm doing it daily.
The biggest thing for me was I was just out of time there. I mean, work and everything I had, I just did not have time to focus on it.
I completely...
And just like that, everybody, we have the final picture from day one at Airliners. Oh my gosh, that went so fast, man. 30 minutes does not do justice on how fast this experience went. It felt like it was like 10 minutes. I mean, obviously I'm being a little figurative with that, but man, it went by so fast. So here's another beautiful picture of the grand ballroom. As you guys can see right there, we have a timetable table right there, which was really, really nice. Really nice to see all those timetables. It was super cool to get to collect those, and I'm so excited to collect more of those to come. I find that very fascinating, so that was really cool. Various tables as well. We'll dive more into detail on those on day 2 and 3 as I got more filming going, because on day 1 I was just dumbfounded, so it was kind of understandable in my opinion, but it was absolutely crazy. So we have some clips to transition into, which will transition us into the next part of the video, which will be the full assessment of day 1, my thoughts, all my appreciation, everything in between. So let's dive into it, everybody.
Wow, guys, that was absolutely insane. Well, walking out at 5:40, really good haul today. We got I think only 2 models, a maintenance bill and something else. I'm forgetting what it is. We also had a 15 safety cards and a couple of smaller other items, but yes, very cool. So I think I only spent 100-ish today, which I'm pretty happy with. I thought I was honestly going to spend way more, but the American MD-80 I think I'll come back to tomorrow. So yeah, really good day. Airliners day 1. We had the baseball game and everybody wanted to go, so we'll plane spot tomorrow. It's all good. Plus I'm ready to sit down, so the baseball game will be a good activity to do such. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is go put this up real quick, go check in with mom, make sure everything's good there, head over to the baseball game. And yeah, so Airliners day 1, what a blast. Had a bunch of fun. Really enjoyed it, and it was an absolute blast. So let's get going over to the baseball game. And oh, United. Yeah, Luton's a 777 cargo, probably. Very nice. So yeah, we're heading over there, and yeah, nice simple walk, not too long. So yeah, I'm gonna go put everything up, and we'll check back in. So Chicago's been a blast. Great weather today, and yeah, excited for some plane spotting tomorrow.
Alrighty, everybody, so let's assess the day 1 pickups and day 1 as a whole, man, because it was incredible, and I had an absolute blast. So let's start with all these items. So as you guys can see right here, we have various items. So beginning from right to left, we have the Gemini Jets Aircraft Maintenance Strata folder. That came from DG Pilot. I was super excited to get that. That was an absolute blast, and I'm so excited to get to use that. It was really cool, and I've always kind of wanted that, so I was very glad to get that item. I think it was like $35, so pretty good right there. No shipping or anything, so that was very nice right there. Very cool. Next, in the middle right there, that is the Virgin Atlantic Airbus A340-600 in the old livery, the old, I don't know what you want to call it, but man, it was, that I've seen that plane so many times on YouTube, and I just feel honored that I was able to get that aircraft. It came from that back 1-400 table, if you guys know which one I'm talking about, in the right room, so that was really nice. So it is a super nice model. Be sure to look out for that in the haul video. It was very nice. You guys may be wondering what that plastic bag down there is. That was the Delta L1011 that came from one of those middle tables in the Grand Ballroom. It was $20, and it just has a little bit of wing chipping, so it was a really good deal, and I really liked the deal on that. So that is why I chose to get that, and it was a very nice pickup. In addition, I also got the what's it called? Gemini 200 stand for heavies. That was $5 as well from the same vendor, so that was very much appreciated, and that was really good. Last but certainly not least, you guys may have heard me reference 15 safety cards, and there they are right there. This guy in the lobby with all of those tables, so he was in the lobby and he had a really good table of safety cards. I think he may have had a couple timetables and some really cool aviation memorabilia. And I saw his North America section. I immediately started seeing American after American. So he had them listed for $3 each. And I was just looking through them and I was like, man, these look really nice, and I would like to get these. So I was like, you know what? I haven't bought much today. It would be easy to make this a done deal. I saw the American ones. I was like, hey, I don't want to take your stash, but if you're looking for a buyer, I will take all your American ones. And he kindly agreed, and I paid $30 for 15 of them. So was super excited to get those. It was really nice. And as you guys will see in the haul video, they were super cool. So that is it for the day 1 vlog. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. First and foremost, I can just not express my gratitude enough to Airliners International, everybody that makes this conference possible, just like I was talking about in my assessment video, which you did not see. I highly recommend checking it out because it goes into so much detail about how appreciative I am for this conference, and just how mind-boggling of an experience it was that so many aviation enthusiasts can come together in one place and interact. It's a testament to how awesome our community is. I know I've been using that phrase a lot lately, but I mean, there's no other way to put it. It is so cool that thousands of, or I was being a little, I went a little far with that, but that hundreds and even thousands in some cases of aviation enthusiasts can all gather in one place and do what we love. It is so cool that everybody is so like-minded, so kind, and so passionate about what we do. I'm feeling so, just incredible. It is a surreal feeling. I'm sorry that I'm kind of speechless, but it's incredible to me that everybody is so kind, loves what we do, just so knowledgeable, so intelligent, so kind. I mean, all those words describe the aviation community perfectly, and that's exactly what I felt through day 1. It was so cool to get to talk to various vendors and just so many people, and as you guys will see through the day 2 and day 3 vlogs, we get people to start saying hi to the vlog and everything, and that was just so cool. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Be sure to stay on the lookout for it because it's going to be an absolute blast. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. And man, the good news is we are just getting started on the Airliners International content. So if you did not get to see the assessment video and all that fun stuff, and even trip announcement, if you want to check it out, excuse me, I highly recommend checking it out because they were very good and they were awesome videos. So feel free to check that out. I would really appreciate it. And then the coming days, so what we can expect next, I'm going to try to do them all on Thursdays, but this one obviously got shifted around, so just bear with me. But every week I'll try to have one Airliners International video. So next one will be the baseball game vlog, as you guys heard me referencing. That will be next up, and there was some really good plane spotting, and that was a fun event. So we'll have the baseball welcome reception vlog, and then we'll have the day 2 international Airliners International vlog, very similar to this. It's going to be be even more jam-packed. I hope you guys are excited for it. Ace Aviation, so many other fellow aviation enthusiasts showed up that I knew, so I'm very excited to go into that, and I hope you guys are excited for that as well. Then we'll have the absolutely loaded Chicago O'Hare spotting vlog. I'm so excited for that. That will be coming the follow after that. That video was absolutely jam-packed, and I really hope you guys are excited for that. That's going to be an absolute blast. Then we'll have the day 3 vlog, which will be followed by another Chicago spotting video. I really hope you guys are excited for all this content, and please let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. This is my first time doing something like this, so if I went too far in the detail, please let me know. I know my content usually runs longer, like this 40-minute video, and if this was too much talking, please let me know, because I am more than happy to condense it back down. I will be sure to read the comments before I make the next video, so please let me know. But I really enjoy going into detail about this, and it's not every day that you get to go to an aviation convention with hundreds of fellow aviation enthusiasts, so come on now, we have to celebrate the occasion. Let me know if you guys want me to go more in detail, less in detail, go into detail about different things, or if you guys want more information. And like I said, this is a trial and error experience. Next year at Dallas, I'm gonna strive to do so much better when it comes to more footage and just being more overall productive and efficient with my footage, because this day 1 vlog was very challenging because, man, I was so excited, but I still thought I did a pretty good job, and I hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys thought, if you guys want to see more things, and also to go along with that, more orientation from not just the model side of things, because the model airplanes are the focal point, of course, of this channel, and I absolutely love them, but I also hope to expand my knowledge on timetables, safety cards, you know, silverware. I don't care what it is. If it's aviation related, I'm going. So I want to see it, and I hope you guys are excited for it. Feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys thought, and man, I'm so excited for the baseball vlog where we will pick up next week. So I hope you guys are excited for it as well. Be sure to check it out, and also go along with that, JJ Skippy has compiled an awesome playlist of all the Airliners International 2022 community content. So please check that out if you're looking for more Airliners International videos to suit you over in the meantime. He made several good ones. AS Aviation made several good ones, and I think RPG IV Scalp Models also made some really good ones. So be sure to check those out. They were so much fun to get to interact with those guys, and they make great content. Everybody else's content. Huge shout out to everybody that watched this video all the way. If you did, let me know that you enjoyed it in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. But I don't want to make this go too much longer, because I know it's been a long video, and I hope you guys are excited for the next one, because Airliners International has been such a blast, and I feel very fortunate to get to bring this experience to you guys, and I'm so excited for what's to come. So with all that being said, that will do it for the Airliners International Day 1 vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm so excited for the upcoming content from this trip, and I hope you guys are too. We are just getting started, not to mention all the flight content that will be coming over the coming months, so be sure to stay on the lookout for it. Check out all that content in the meantime, and you can expect the baseball vlog to come very soon. So with all that being said, that will do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.